Would you like to receive $1,000 a month just for being a citizen of the United States? Hi, my name is Yanni Bancios, and today I want to talk to you about the Universal Basic Income. The Universal Basic Income is the idea that every citizen of the United States over the age of 18 receives $1,000 a month. It's a major proposal being put forward by presidential candidate Andrew Yang. And before you go to say, oh, he's just trying to give you free money, it's actually not his idea. It's an old idea, and it goes back to the 16th century when Thomas More wrote about it in his book Utopia. Our founding father, Thomas Paine, believed that every citizen of the United States should receive a dividend, taking a part of the resources our country had to offer. Martin Luther King believed that everyone should be guaranteed an income, and even Richard Nixon was for it before someone changed his mind. Currently, Alaska has something close to the basic income called the Permanent Fund, where every citizen receives a dividend check from their fund, mostly financed through the oil reserves up in Alaska. Before they started that, Alaska was one of those poorest states in the country with a low median income, and currently the median income is $73,000, which makes it one of the richest states in our country. There's several reasons I think the Universal Basic Income is a great way to help those out of poverty. One, it would reduce the stigma of welfare. You don't have to fill out forms, wait in lines. Everyone's guaranteed this money. So you don't have to worry about losing your welfare or trying to, if you're not able to find a job, losing the welfare or the stigmas that are attached to being a welfare recipient. It would end the welfare trap. What happens are people that are on welfare, they don't take jobs because if they take a job that barely affords bills, then they'll lose their welfare checks. And the difference between a welfare check and a crappy job isn't good enough for them to lose their welfare checks. So they stay in this welfare trap of just constantly taking welfare instead of getting a job because the jobs just don't pay enough to make them want to change they will never change their lives anyway. It would help the effects of automation. Right now our automation is taking away a lot of jobs out of the country, and it would help transition people from those type of jobs into something else by getting an education, be able to afford to get an education. People would strive for dreams. Right now, if you had $1,000 a month, you probably wouldn't take a job unless it was something that you really wanted to do. And for some people that are in jobs that don't really like those jobs, they'd give them the opportunity to try something that they really want to do and maybe have a better life. And unpaid roles like caregivers or parents that stay at home and take care of the kids, it would give them a little bit more, it would empower them to be able to continue to be caregivers or stay at home parents without having to worry about getting a job. And before I ask you what you would do, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I would have done if I had $1,000 a month. For one, I know that if I had $1,000 a month when I came out of college or came out of high school, I definitely would have gotten my college degree. One of the reasons I didn't is because I was working full-time and going to school full-time, and I couldn't do both. I couldn't make my rent payment, couldn't make my car payment. So I was forced to quit school so I can afford to live. If I had $1,000 a month, I wouldn't have had to quit school. I could have continued to go to school, and I would have graduated on time instead of coming back years later to get my degree. And recently, about 5 years ago, my father had a triple bypass, and I had to go home and take care of him. Well, I was only able to take care of him for about 3 months because I had to come back to go to work, make money. And I knew that when I came back, he would not be able to continue his rehabilitation, and he would get settled in his old ways and his old diet and his bad diet. And it wasn't shortly until he got sick again and ultimately he passed away. So those are just a couple of examples that $1,000 would benefit me. So what do you think you would do with $1,000? Do you think you would just sit at home and do nothing and just be lazy and play video games all day if you just had a free $1,000 a month? Or do you think you would maybe put that money towards dreams or goals, maybe start a business, maybe become a musician and travel the road? You could afford to travel the road with $1,000 a month and really strive for something creative and energetic that would transform your life and transform the lives of others. Thank you.